Three names I'm going to throw at you real quick. Just tell me where you got them here. We won't go super deep into them, but just names that have come up. Georgetown freshman Thomas Sorber is a guy I like more than most. Be curious to see where he is on your list.
I've got him. Looks like he landed 20th.
Okay.
And, looks decent prospect. If the Wizards picked him 18th, I wouldn't be too upset depending on who else is there. But
same. Yeah, I'm fine with him at 18. Michigan point center, Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf. I know I ran his number. Where is he? Oh yeah, I've got him pretty low. Okay. He didn't leap very well at the combine, and so I've got him in the 40s.
I think, yeah, I'm maybe not that low, but I am lower than consensus. There are some people, I think, in the Wizards community that would love him with that 18th pick. I'm not there. I've got several bigs ahead of him on the
ton
list.
Of turnovers, some assists, good rebounding.
He is a grab and go guy. I just think the things he does well are like create offense as a big, that there aren't a lot of NBA teams that are going to let him, initiate the pick and roll for a lot of these things for like an inverted.
The guy I will say that I have rated right below him is someone I want to be great just for the name, and that's Yannick Konan Niederhauser.
Okay, so just for you, he played on a dog shit Penn State team. Was this monster athlete. I saw him earlier in the year and was like, oh my God, this dude is incredible. Like, he's huge. He's throwing down everything. And then he just kind of they didn't really do much. So you never really heard about him. Yeah. And then he got to these combine, workouts, and people were like, what the shit? Like, where was this guy all year? This monster human is just dunking from the free throw line. And you're like,
he's 7 feet tall with a 36-inch vertical.
He's an incredible athlete. Yeah.
When I saw his combine numbers and I looked at his overall stats and stuff, it just made me think: is he the second coming of JaVale McGee?
Yeah, it's that kind of vibe. He's already bulkier and stuff. I think they were really banking on him coming back next year because Penn State is going to be terrible. Sorry to our guy Greg Finberg if you're listening to this. Don't want your voice to stink, but I think they will. But yeah, he's an interesting one. I like him a good amount here. And
here's the thing: I would be willing to take him in the second round, pretty much wherever you got.
Yeah, if he's the guy at 40, I'm all for it.
I mean, we're talking. I mean, he seems like a classic sort of rim runner.
Yep.
Dunk finish, block shots, maybe rebound a little. Maybe the second coming of Daniel Gafford, maybe the second coming of Derek Lively. That type of player is what he seems to be in the numbers.
Yeah, if he's your third big long term, I'm all for it here.
Yeah.
Okay, I lied too. Just real quick, mentioned Merle Garrett has Ryan Kalkbrenner in the chat, and then also Gregory mentioned Maxime Renault as being probably the hottest name in draft Twitter. That's actually true. I think another guy who played at Stanford, was insanely productive on a meh Stanford team for a huge guy. Another French guy. Wizards love people to speak French, so maybe that helps a little bit here too. But
okay, so first, let me just get Kalkbrenner out of the way. Yep. He's older.
Yep.
Played fifth year, played 5 years in college ball.
Very high Big East Defensive Player of the Year, if that helps, though.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, and then at the combine, he is. Let's see. Yeah, he was very slow, which is no surprise for somebody his size. I have him late first, early second.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't pick him 18.
Agreed. To me, he's a guy, if he's there at 40, I have no issues with it whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, even though I have him lower, I would rather pick Niederhauser at 40 than Kalkbrenner. Gotcha. I just feel like Niederhauser's, profile is a better fit for what NBA teams are trying to do than what Kalkbrenner's is.
Okay. Like that.
And then the other, Maxime Renaud. So before I answer this, I need to ask the question: was Stanford really in the Atlantic Coast Conference? Did I read that correctly?
First year of Stanford and Cal. I watched a Stanford Cal home ACC game this year and just felt dirty while watching it.
I mean, that is just offensive to. My dad's a geographer, and he's just going to be furious if I told him that.
Yeah, they jokingly said they should change their name to the All Coast Conference, which I think is a better representation.
Yeah. Or maybe the Both Coast Conference.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I would not share the view of why he's rising. I would be confused about that. I did not find him. I've got him rated basically towards the end of where I have players this year. The efficiency wasn't really there. He rebounded, which is nice, but no real playmaking, no steals, very few blocks. I don't see, and he's 22, so I don't know. Stanford wasn't that good either, so
they should have been terrible. And I will say he was the only reason they finished like 6th in the ACC or something like that. It's like almost solely him and Jalen Blakes, and I guess Isaiah Sellers a little bit maybe. But yeah, the things that he's doing to blow up on draft boards is like being really skilled, like putting the ball on the floor in workouts against nobody. Like those are the things I'm a little less swayed by personally. But again, if someone took him at 40, I have no objection to that personally. 18, I think, is a little crazy personally.
I'd be looking, if they somehow ended up with like the 53rd pick or something, I would say, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, like that.
I think even at 40, I suspect that there would be better players available.
Yeah, I agree.